Thousands of people across the area got out to watch the fireworks, including an estimated 50,000 again at Mount Trashmore. Virginia Beach EMTs say a crowd that large can be challenging if there are any emergencies. 13 News Now reporter Robert Boyd found out how new life-saving technology is helping. Robert?
Well, first, happy 4th of July to you and all our viewers out there, David. Everything is quiet right now at Mount Trashmore, but about an hour ago, this hillside behind me was just filled with people looking up into the sky, going ooh and ah as they watched the loud booms of the fireworks. What a display it was. They went on for about 15 minutes this evening. And like you said, we spoke with Virginia Beach EMTs, and they said this event was the perfect opportunity to unleash their new secret weapon. It's called Cart 15. Designed specifically for Virginia Beach. It's got everything you'd find in a regular ambulance. It's just a lot smaller.
Basically a miniature ambulance, if you will.
Hey, what's going on, sir?
Virginia Beach EMTs say when it comes to these large-scale events, being able to get in and out of crowds quickly and safely is essential. Cart 15 provides that mobility.
Well, I've seen this venue here where it's shoulder to shoulder on the mountain with people. And again, yes, getting an ambulance the size of this through here is next to impossible.
Once a patient is picked up, Cart 15's job is to get them out of the park into a regular ambulance waiting at the entrance. And then from there, it's on to the hospital.
It seems like a great idea, especially when somebody's hurt. Each second, it really matters to get them feeling better.
The Miller family comes to Mount Trashmore every year to celebrate the 4th of July. They say it's good to know their city is thinking of innovative ways to keep them safe. Have you ever seen an ambulance like this before?
No, haven't. It's completely new and it's really cool to look at and maybe cool even to be inside.
Besides Cart 15, Virginia Beach had more than 20 EMTs on hand throughout the day.
Heat-related emergencies, typically that's the biggest thing. You know, you're going to start getting nauseous, lightheaded, dizziness, those types of things when you become dehydrated.
And when these certified lifesavers weren't responding to emergencies, they too still had time to enjoy the holiday. Now, the good news is this new mini ambulance didn't have to be used once today. So very good news. Pretty safe day out here at Mount Trashmore. And they're expecting to use this new Cart 15 at all their big events here in Virginia Beach, especially the ones up at the oceanfront. And if you see it out and about in action, as long as it's not too busy, go ahead and feel free to go up and say hello to those EMTs, and maybe they'll even give you a tour of it. It's a pretty cool little vehicle. Live in Virginia Beach, Robert Boyd, 13 News Now.